Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Princess Connect video. So this is the fourth video in the Illya series, and it's the first day post Illya's release, and everyone had their chance to obviously pull for her, try her out in arena, and I just want to say that she definitely lived up to the expectations. So a lot of the people have climbed successfully to rank 1 battle arena if they haven't, and of course Princess Arena as well. Like I've said in the previous video, for battle arena, it's basically rock paper scissors. It's not going to be easy to defend against Illya. And then for Princess Arena, you essentially just need to find one out of the 3 teams that you can beat confidently, and then use Illya to beat one of the 2 remaining ones, which is super easy. So expect this week to be extremely turbulent, and everyone is, with Illya of course, will be getting their rank 1 rewards. So for those of you that don't have Illya, it's actually still a very good time to climb BA and PA if you have Ninon or Arisa or Tamaki, because these units can counter variations of Illya defense teams, and a lot of people are actually still running Illya on defense. So best to take advantage of that and rush for that rank 1 reward. So today the video is going to be about my discussion regarding 4 versus 5-star Illya, and then just touch upon some of the common arena counters that we can see right now on the global server, and also counters against their counters. So first things first, 4-star versus 5-star Illya. If you watched my video previously, I said that you can use your Divine Amulets, which should cost you 400, to 4-star Illya first and see how she performs. If you're rushing arena, you can do that first, and then if you're getting stuck and you find out that the extra survivability is definitely a deal breaker for you, then you can 5-star her. So I know on the Discord and some of the people I've talked to, they have successfully climbed rank 1 with 4-star Illya, and some even climbed with R8-4, so the gears are not even fully refined, and it's just how broken Illya is at the moment, because obviously first day people are not going to change the defense on time as they're rushing themselves to climb, and it's definitely Illya domination time. However, I do have some videos explaining, so let's go over that 4-star versus 5-star Illya. So this is a replay, and you can see here, and there's also an in-depth mechanic in this one. Against Tama, I used to always run a 3-star Kilka, and apparently 2-star Yuri or Akari can do it too, but you just need a unit that has higher attack, magic attack than Illya. So you can see that the first dart from Tamaki, the feline fling, comes out after the buff, so it should target Kilka, and you can see that Kilka takes a very hefty hit. If this hit is on Illya, for example, the enemy might run a Mitsuki or Ninon with this team, this just kills Illya right away, right? And you don't even have to watch for crits on Illya, she just dies. So by running a Kilka, she takes a lot of the aggro from the enemy and allowing Illya to essentially survive here. So you can see this is the 4-star version, and she's down not too low, but here she does get to pretty low, and if she crits here, I think she dies if I'm not mistaken, but she's able to get her UB off first time around. And so this sliver of HP, so this doesn't kill Tamaki, right, in the 4-star version, but in the 5-star version, which I'll show later, this actually kills Tamaki. So of course, I'll just fast forward. What happens here is Tamaki still dies to the AoE, and then after that, Illya is then unfortunately unable to push forward on time because Yukari and Nozo plus the Maho heal is a bit too tanky, and she actually does die later on too. I think because 4-star Illya at 48 seconds will die to self-harm damage. So that is the 4-star version, but again, you can still climb with a double TP charge variant, but you have to choose your pick and choose your battles. So this is against the same team, but the 5-star variant. So again, you can see at 5-star, even with a 4-star Kilka, the feline Flynn will still hit Kilka. So again, she's safe in that regard, and she does enough damage this time around to let's wait for her UB to essentially just kill Tama right here. Yep. So you saw that both the AoE initially earlier and of course the boosted UB damage, all of these add up together and Tama is already dead. So that takes a lot of the pressure off of Kilka, and she's just able to safely DPS in the back. And of course it's fairly simple from now. There's definitely enough damage to kill. And also you see here at minute 47, Illya does not kill herself and she can actually get another UB out. So that's another difference between 4 and 5-star Illya in this variation. The two, so the double core Illya plus Saren. So this is the difference between 4 and 5-star Illya. Again, in Battle Arena, not 100%, it's not a super big deal. There's less RNG involved. You 5-star her, and even with 4-star, you can still reattempt the attack, and sometimes RNG goes your way. So if you're really super short on Divine Amulets and you're able to make a quick push without wanting to commit a lot of your resources, you could. Again, if you're stuck, you can always 5-star, but obviously if you 5-star, you cannot go back. And then in terms of the question regarding R8-6 versus R9-3, the recommended is R8-6. You lose a bit of magic attack, you lose a bit of magic crit, which is good in the sense that it'll cause a lot more self-harm to yourself in the R9-3, and also in this version post 9-5 we definitely will be using 9-5, but in this version right now R8-6 is definitely safer. So again, I would just do R8-6 until the 12th of May, but of course if you already have the gears farmed and you don't want to refine a full set of R8, then you can go to 9-3 as well. But make sure it's 5-star, because at R9-3, 4-star, it's even more likely for her to be killed. So you can still R1, so this is a question I wrote. You can still R1 with 4-star if your bracket is not super competitive. And then in terms of clan battle, she really should be running a 5-star. She can, because she'll be in position 1 and phase tanking most of the time. You really should have her at 5-star. You don't want her to self crit, because 5-star Illya can still self crit and kill herself, but obviously with the 4-star version it's more likely. And then you'll be needing rescues, and your support can get locked, and if your support gets locked, you're almost locking that team to a mage team, which can be detrimental because you don't have the optimal hit allocation. So we've already seen some of the common arena defense teams. So there are people who are running single charge Illya as their defense team. So in my opinion, Illya as defense team isn't really ideal. So you can see here, this is the standard single charge Illya. They even put a Maho there to deal with Tamaki, because Mako can heal the first dart from Tamaki from Illya, so Illya can be boosted in terms of survivability. But however, you can see here, it's just going to be rock paper scissors. You run the double charge Illya, and this just destroys the single charge Illya, because you're getting UB out faster. And even if Illya goes to full post her UB on her turn, what you're doing is gaining more TP, so you can use another UB, and the supporting cast will just die. So then you're really just left with everyone else against Illya. So the double UB charge team beats Illya, and of course the single charge UB team beats a lot of other stuff as well, like the Tamaki variant's a bit more aggressive. So there's really no optimal defense team, and I just want to show you that in my Discord channel we have an Illya Comps channel where people are posting, so this is a new one, people are posting Illya Comps. So there are two main ones that I think are doing better in terms of defense at the moment. So the first one is you run 2 tanks, and then you run Tama, Ninon, Mitsuki, and you can swap out the Tama to run a Saren. And so like in this comp, you can swap out the Tama and replace a Saren to quickly charge the Ninon. And this is a straightforward defense team using Ninon's power to break Illya. Of course, if you don't have Saren, you can use a 5-star Tama, that works as well. But that team has been broken already. I believe it's posted somewhere, but let me double check. Yeah, so here you can just run a Miyoko Monica, Ninon, Saren, Mitsuki to beat this team. And also someone posted you can still run an Illya variant, but with Shiori. No, this is not Shiori. With who is this? Forgot the name. Shizuru, sorry. With Shizuru, a single charge Illya with speed boost to beat this team. So the heal will help Illya survive, and I would assume it's going to be the same if you run a Maho variant as well. So yeah, there's already counters to this one, but again, if the opponent doesn't have a built Shizuru and there's still RNG involved, you can technically run this as people are slamming Illya attacks into your defense team. Another team that I found was quite interesting and successful was the Hyper Io. So Hyper Io is tank plus Yukari to charge the 4th position, which is Io, Monica for speed boost, and then either Hatsune or Kyoka for let me just turn down the music a bit, for additional aggro damage. So in this comp, a 5-star Io could do wonder there. However, I did run across the Hyper Io, and I believe it might be better if this was Kyoka instead. So you can really try to burst some damage. However, I do have a recording of myself versing the Hyper Io, and again using a safer variant of Illya. So this is the one I was talking about where you run the Maho. It's really good because Maho's heal comes out post like the Illya skills. So you can see here Maho is going to, so Illya already self-harmed, and for example if there was a Tama or Ninon that hit Illya here, she'll be pretty low, right? But then the second move of Maho is the heal, so this heal pretty much heals Illya to full, and then she gets a charge from Saren, and post another movement she's already UBing. So it's 7 seconds slower than the double charge obviously, but this is a lot safer, and this variation does beat the Hyper Io. Because you're subbing in Maho and you have an AoE heal from Nozomi, and Kuka is a very good tank that can tank some of the hits from the enemy mages plus your own Illya. In this sense, the only person that's really hitting Illya hard is Saren, and it's fine because then she can just get healed up. So in the sense that she UBs, heals to full, and we are just going to fast forward. Saren dies, she's not 5-star. Maybe she'll live, she was 5, but there's almost no pressure going into this. I think Kuka might die, or even not, maybe not. So pretty safe against the Hyper Io, but I do think Hyper Io is one of the better defense teams. But again, just like everything with Illya right now, you have a way to counter the counters. So yeah, that is my quick review on post day 1 of Illya teams. Again, I'm going to keep posting counters and teams in the Discord channel in this Illya comp counter, and in arena chat. It's very good to see that people are reaching rank 1 post Illya release. And this kind of goes back to how initially we're talking about planning your gems ahead, you know, what to pull, some of the key units, giving you that power spike. And I'll release videos later on discussing some of the meta defining units such as Illya, and later on it's even more important because they will be limited. So yeah, thanks for joining me on this video. I think this video might be a bit long, but I'll have more Illya related content hopefully in the coming days.